Hey guys, this is Alex and this is another episode of Great Habits for Great Men, and today we're talking about the value of journaling, the act of writing down your experiences, your problems, your thoughts and ideas down onto paper, ideally every day as a consistent thing, as a means to improve your well-being, your mental health, your planning procedure, your general sense of well-being. And this is something that I've done pretty much every day for the last 5, 6, 7 years plus. And I know that you've probably heard a lot about journaling, and if you're a self-development nutcase like I am, you've probably gotten sick and tired of hearing about journaling all the time and how valuable it is. But I wanted to bring my own take on it, my own spin, my own experiences of journaling through my own filter. And the way I see journaling is in two parts. Firstly, it's the sort of stuff that I do in the morning for like 20 to 30 minutes, and it's basically just getting my issues down, the things that are nagging at me, my problems, and processing those problems in the morning to kind of give me a clear head. And then there's the second part, which is simply putting down ideas and experiences through the day in my phone or in a book, a notebook, as the day goes on. Because as we all know, ideas never come at the moment that we most want them. They usually just sort of come out of the blue, which is why it's so important to carry around your phone or a book where you can note down your ideas. So that's the second type of journaling. But I wanted to go back into the first type because of how powerful it's been for clearing my head and getting off to a good start in the day. So the first type of journaling is just to sit down and on a notepad or on your computer, write down the things that are bothering you, the things that you want to sort out and straighten out in your life. And there's usually a pile of them that appear every morning when I wake up. And for a good 10 or 20 minutes, I'll just sort of brain dump everything that's bothering me, including things that I'm grateful for as well. So I'll mix it up a little bit and I'll put positive things down as well, just to get things out of my head and onto paper and get that sense, even if it's complete nonsense, to psychologically feel as if my brain has been emptied out and I can sort of start fresh for the day. And that's been very powerful in and of itself. But something that I don't think many people talk about is the act of putting down problems needs to be followed up by processing those issues. And one of the most powerful things that I tend to do that really helps me in so many ways is to, for every problem that I write down, I'll try and rephrase it. So if you put down a problem that's like a negative belief, or it's like some issue you're having that you're frustrated with and you don't like, you need to then use that time that you're journaling to reformat and provide a solution to those problems if you can, through rephrasing it or saying to yourself, okay, this is the problem, but this is how I'm probably going to be able to solve it. This is how I can see things on the bright side. This is how I can probably overcome this, and I don't need to worry so much. Things aren't as bad as they seem. Everything's good. Sort of reassuring yourself and reformatting and then allowing yourself to process that problem in your mind so that it's no longer a problem. It's something that you know that you have control over. And that's been really, really helpful. The key thing is that by putting down your ideas and your problems through journaling, reformatting them and assessing them and coming up with solutions to those problems is going to stop you from ruminating on them throughout the day. That's huge in itself, just creating a cutoff point in the morning whereby you address your problems in some more clarity, and you kind of get rational about your issues, and you apply a rational way of thinking to those issues, so that they're no longer irrational and they no longer bother you. You've stopped them in their tracks, and so for the rest of the day you have that added creativity, that added explosion of productivity. You're no longer being nagged by these worries. And of course, overnight and throughout the day you might sort of pick up new issues and new dilemmas, and that's part of being alive, and those can be addressed in the next day. So think about journaling on those two fronts, and obviously there's all kinds of ways you can write down your ideas and whatever, but you've got two types: the morning brain dump, which is sort of put down your problems and address them and come up with solutions to them, and try and cap it to like 30 minutes max, because I found that if I give myself all the time in the world to journal, I'll just end up coming up with extensive plans and create even more dilemmas for myself through the overkill. So rather than doing that, cap it to 20 minutes, 30 minutes, get your problems in line, reprocess things, cut off the rumination so that you can focus on creating the good stuff and coming up with good ideas that you then note in your journal, perhaps another journal through the day. There's nothing better than collecting your ideas as the day progresses, especially after you've had one or two cups of coffee there. So hopefully that helped, and that process of journaling has been a great habit that I've taken on for many years and has benefited me hugely. And I think if you're having the issue of rumination and dealing with lots and lots of problems that need straightening out, journaling could be the thing for you. So I hope that helped. Do subscribe, hit the like button if you like this, and I will see you in the next video.